Hello. Oof. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Hello. Hi. Good evening, folks. I'm streaming. Like, not in the early morning of the next day. Hooray, I'm here. Happy Friday, guys. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. I just watched Thunderbolts with Zap. It was a very good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. But anyway, I want to make some progress on this story quest, so let's get to it. Before I get started, please consider supporting my friend Taylor. She is at the tail end of this child custody case. She just needs to pay $1,800 to the lawyers to settle this whole child custody case, and then she'll have full control of, well, full custody of her daughter, which is wonderful news. So if you can help out, just type this GoFundMe link into your web browser. Without further ado, we'll get right into it. Okay. You're so annoying. Okay, well, I mean, I could do the dailies later. I just want to continue the story quest. I'll do the story quest. I don't know what to say. I just want to do the story quest. And apparently there's a new event. Oh! Whirling Waltz. Alright, I'll finish this and then I guess we're gonna do a whirling waltz. I mean, I'd also have the dailies, but it's whatever. Okay, to the Floof Sandra. Forget the dailies. I can do them later. I wanna get this story quest over with.
Came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off. Never letting you know what she really thinks.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay. That's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
So anyway, what's this Codex de Boer she's so obsessed with?
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modest's adventures. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene. For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Boer was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted. Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hôtel de Boer, which catapulted them to stardom in Fontaine's culinary world. Especially Modeste.
Culinary world.
He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Boer.
Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hôtel de Boer took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that?
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if they only served food that was popular last century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modeste passed away while he was still in his prime. And that was it. The end of the Hôtel de Boer's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then? Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liyue's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from.
Yes, well, that's fiction, and
Ooh,
this
you read too many light
is
novels,
reality.
Paimon.
You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the codex?
It did, but like I said, it's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modest wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Bourg of today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Venegem's business sense to thank for that.
Oh. Huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Bourg, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows? Maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Bourg never would have fallen into a slump.
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy? Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Bourg is the true head chef?
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah only got a copy. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to give me the original in the first place. Well, a joint decision by her and Venegem. But still.
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head chef. Yeesh.
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our Gâteau do the talking.
What does that mean exactly?
It means vesting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula.
You don't mince words.
However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. But that should be a breeze for you.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de Bourg is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe if I can find a couple of assistants in time.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior.
Oh yeah, I did help
But
with the
be
Wangshu
warned,
Inn, yeah.
I will hold you to exceptionally high standards. Think you're up to the task?
Bring it on.
Oh,
I know I
you're in
wouldn't
too.
personally, but Aether's up for
I've
it,
spent
so.
weeks perfecting my macarons after your scathing review. Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary mise en place. Show me your knife skills.
Show Escoffier your knife skills. Use normal attacks to cut the fruit. It seems she will collect the slices and process them into some sublime substance?
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en place is chopping stuff up without sending juices flying all over the kitchen. Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients.
What's a cold press?
A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead.
Display your mastery with the cold press. Tap your elemental skill to accelerate the cold press's progress, then use normal attacks to let it do its work. It seems like the special substance extracted from the plants might come in handy here.
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. I've never used anything this weird before. Cool.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I've processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in?
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want. I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely.
Learn at Escoffier's feet and master her precision cooking. The flavorings you got from her multifunctional food processor can adjust the flavor profile of the dish. Strike a balance between fruity flavors and floral flavors to adjust said flavor profile, and make a delicious dish.
Slowly and carefully.
Oh! What do I do? Start balancing flavors? Oh, no. Oh. It worked. What did I do? I just clicked two random things.
Now it's your turn.
With Escoffier's guidance, everyone completes the flavoring process.
Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse. But the Traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before?
No, I'm pretty sure he has.
Results on your first try.
All thanks to my excellent teacher.
That goes without saying.
What a tsundere.
Still, credit where credit's due. You did well. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel de Boer's current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a final score.
Final score?
That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop!
Huh? Hi.
How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. I expect you to present the most delicious thing on the menu.
I don't know. Dang, girl. I don't know. What is it? I guess... Oh, shoot. Yeah. I don't know what to do. Escoffier's face lights up as you present your finished dish.
Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grating commence.
It's a 3-star dish, guys. It's just a 3-star dish.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to la food.
6 points.
What? Oh.
Bro, like, I'm pretty sure those macarons were from, like, the mail. In-game mail.
As long as it's a pass.
That's 6 out of 100.
I figured. Oh my gosh, Aether gave the smuggest face.
You're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it.
Dang, right where it hurts.
By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Aw.
Dang, you gotta see a heartbreak too.
Me next, me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has
She's like, me next, me next. Escoffier, I want you to burn me. The fudge.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points.
Aw.
Yikes, she's a harsh judge.
Now to the final dish.
So, what do you think?
This is our last hope.
8 points.
Darn, that's barely higher than what we got.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
Escoffier, what is with your grading scale?
How did you pull that off?
It's all that practice from cooking for you, Paimon.
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into honing your skills in the kitchen.
Well, I mean, I had other characters in my party cook. There's like an auto-cook function.
Really taste the grace of the snow.
I will let you go with this train.
Traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations.
Yeah, totally. It totally didn't have like other characters cook for me.
Hey, you made that last part up. No way did you taste that.
Dang, she called up Paimon hard.
Looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking the Traveler as one of your assistants then?
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon and Navia should keep practicing and see how it goes?
Or you get Hilaire's, like, what, the kid? The dude's kid?
Chef Escoffier.
There, yeah, Hilaire. Hilaire?
It's Hilaire.
Hilaire.
So what brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bois, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
And you think you're up to the task, do you?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Oh,
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me and my family. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
are you sure you're up to the task, Firmon?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Firmon?
Don't you worry.
I don't know.
I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know I've been rather useless these past few days, but not anymore. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bois kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I hope so.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bois?
I have not, but I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. I'll prove it. Let me whip something up for you right now.
Man's dedicated, I'll give him that. Uh-oh.
Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
Huh?
What do you call this, Firma?
Oh no! He's been traumatized!
Can't seem to grip my knife.
Do it again! Again! Again!
Oh no.
I...
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then
Is it because of the Lumiline?
Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Who?
Monica?
Oh, it was the one. Even I didn't notice you arrive.
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow. But anyway, Firma, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was, I would have stood up for you sooner.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something stronger.
She sounds like the worst.
Is Monica the one that's causing issues?
Let's hear it.
Did Monica put Lumiline in the food?
Ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trash now.
Well, the dog will get in the trash to eat it.
We do the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Hey, you're wasting food. What the actual heck?
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh man, that must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
Oh, wow.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
Dad.
Oh.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
That's where the sun comes in.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
I wish I had that confidence. Jeez.
Well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep practicing, just in case.
Dang, Paimon's like, you need some reinsurance. You need some insurance.
And so will I.
Aww.
Yeah. And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Emergency call?
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then... well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us?
Monica's suspicious, guys.
Alright.
Monica's
fine by me.
suspicious.
But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
I hope you're right.
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to
Well,
get a third
so,
person.
Paimon, why'd you have to say poaching?
He's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Oh my gosh, Paimon jinxed it!
Then it's settled. And to
No!
on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Will Escoffier eat it?
Sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Exactly.
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Yeah, feast, feast, feast.
I can help cook.
Alright, if you insist.
Yeah.
Then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives.
Is that her tail? I just realized. Escoffier treats everyone to a spectacular feast. That is her tail. Escoffier opted for a huge variety of dishes. Thankfully, both of us are skilled enough that, even though it was our first time working together, we had a great rapport.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
She dished out plenty of praise and taught me an awful lot, too. The time seemed to fly by.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Navia's out.
I wish I could eat that all over again. It's not often that Escoffier goes all out like this. And it's all because of you, Traveler.
So, this is what Chef Escoffier is truly capable of.
Food wars, baby. Food wars.
Wow. I don't know if I'll ever be able to cook as good as that.
Give yourself some time, kid. Like, literally. Give yourself some time.
Why, Savannah? Why?
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modest's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing.
For her, it's probably not about how useful it is.
Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point.
Were you two friends?
We were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief.
It sounds like you feel partly responsible. Her tail drooped.
I mean, to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex.
Speaking of Modeste.
Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks at every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured.
So what happened to them ultimately?
Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. Their story just came to an end. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut.
With me on the team, there's no way we can lose.
Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me down tomorrow, then. You better bring your A game. Let's hope that Savannah isn't all sizzle and no steak. After all the work we put in, it would kind of be a shame if tomorrow was a complete cakewalk.
Dang. Now she's poop talking that chick. What? Between what? 2 and 16. Okay. 2 and 16. Following day. Yep. And some steak and cheese taquitos from Quick Trip. That was nice. I was feeling peckish. Like earlier. Not now, but earlier, yeah. Wait until the following day. Oh, 12 and 16! Oh!
It's cooking contest day to the Hotel de Boer. Toot sweet.
Did you just say post haste, but in like French, Paimon? Is that what you did? Ooh, creative.
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Uh-huh.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see.
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
Alright. Well, I just wanted to hear that. I wanted to hear the sweet, juicy gossip. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all
Benijim.
Hotel de Boer and to this
I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
of cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the codex you asked for.
Monica?
Aw.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the judges, I promise
Oh,
to be
Eloise.
fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I
Renan?
didn't make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Bro, Renan's like the chillest NPC right now, bro.
Contestants have taken their positions.
Renan's like, bro, I just came in for a meal and now I'm a judge and I better have delicious food.
Contest commence.
Man, two people don't fit. Gateau de Boer, layer 1. Complete the objective by using the minimum amount of flavorings to achieve a balanced flavor. Oh. Make some Gateau de Boer using Escoffier's patented precision cooking. You can start the flavoring process at the seasoning table after obtaining flavorings from the cutting board and the cold press. Both flavoring types must be added in sufficient amounts to ensure richness of flavor, and add enough of both before aiming to balance the flavors out. And this dish is a wrap.
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Let's
Okay.
do this.
Okay.
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work. Do not
Two.
disappoint me.
I think I got...
Looks like our two
One
head
more?
chefs are raring to go.
Where's the cold press?
Oven on full blast. This competition is quickly heating up.
That should be enough flavoring. Now
All
hurry
right.
up and balance the flavors.
Okay. 4. 2. 6. Okay. I kinda get it. What is this?
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
Thanks, Navia. All they're doing is just sitting in a chair. Oh, this is layer 1, right? Yeah, it's layer 1. Gateau de Boer layer 2. Mix the next layer of cake. Cool. Okay, we're gonna mix some cake. Add flavorings to balance the flavor.
The balance of flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
Oh, what? Add 2 serving...
What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it.
Oh, Jesus.
Around
Either!
again.
Okay,
Chef,
okay. I don't know.
Tension in the ranks on Team Savannah. Will this slow their progress?
Okay, so I need to add two servings of fruity flavors. Okay, I added 2. Oh, because I did it. I added it earlier. Oh. Okay. Honestly, That takes a lot of IQ to figure out how the heck to do this. I'm not gonna lie. This actually takes a lot of IQ for this.
So, what do you think?
I think it looks like 2 massive macarons stacked on each other. Rod, why are you nervous? Is this gonna be the last layer? Make the last layer of cake. We're making cake. Oh yeah, the gâteau de bois. Oh, that's right. It's a cake. That's right. I was gonna eat cake. I have my birthday cake. It's like a week old now, but I think it still should be fine, right? Okay. I actually need to eat some cake. I'll probably eat some cake after I finish the stream.
Is already on the final step of the recipe.
Really?
Let's check on Savannah's progress.
I think this flavor profile is still a...
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Let's see. Add flavors. 2. 5. Okay, I got it. Yes. There we go. I am the master of making the cakes. We made the last layer of the cake.
Can't match Escoffier's talent.
Well, you can. Renard, why are you standing up, bro? They just put the top layer of the cake. Chill. Wow, Savannah's like, bruh. Bruh, everything's off.
I present to you Gâteau de Bois.
Use your elemental burst to complete your... Oh! Oh, that's cool. I get to do the elemental burst. I get to press the Y button. Wow, just like in the reimagination. That was good. Looks delicious. I'd go for the top layer. That's ice cream, bro.
That was perfect! We were like a flock of snowing geese, completely in sync, working gracefully and elegantly together. Great work, team.
Yay! We did it. Alright, let's see the train wreck that is Savannah's team. No offense to Gaspard and the other dude that... Yeah. Yeah.
Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
Here's hoping no one put any lumaline in there.
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make Gâteau de Bois.
Is this the voice actress of the one chick from HSR? the demigod blessed by Nessie or whatever? I forget her name.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10. Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to.
Could it be a hint of lumaline?
Huh? Really? I couldn't tell.
She knew. She knew it was her cake.
Number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the senses.
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages.
How exciting! I'm gonna dig in. I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar.
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place. Who made this?
It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau is far below the standard we would expect.
Dang. Not. Oof.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
Whoa, 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 buddy. Let's think about this. Maybe it's because of poor teamwork?
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest.
Is it Savannah? Did Savannah win?
All that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's name underneath.
$10, it's Savannah.
It's Savannah?
No, that's impossible.
Hey, Savannah, you cheated, didn't you? You cheater!
Paimon, shut up!
What did you do?
Why are you accusing? There's like no evidence. Chill. Paimon, shut up.
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them. And everyone here can attest to that.
Oh, man. Digging your own grave, Paimon.
Spanish staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge? Oh, or maybe her assistants let the team down.
You take that back!
I agree with Paimon.
Judges, we demand a rematch.
That's enough. What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex de Boer that much, you can have it.
Escoffier, no!
What?
But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you put him through.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over and I won. That means you owe me the Codex, and I owe you nothing.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done. But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Wait a minute. Monica sabotaged the team, didn't she?
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next.
What do you mean? She already did that when she went to the Fortress of Meripede.
Will that be all, ex-head chef?
She's been ex-head chef!
You'd like to leave in my hands.
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice.
All right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
This is how Modeste and Savelli, like, separated.
The Codex de Boer. Finally. Now, at long last, I will succeed.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is a souvenir of your time here! Doesn't that mean anything to you?
It's all right. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. That's mission accomplished for the Spina. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with a whole cooking contest?
Your tale says other way. You're a horrible liar. But Escoffier, privately, I'm sure she's devastated. But what's done is done.
No. No! This doesn't make any sense!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets. No nothing? I don't believe it. This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
Savannah passes out after reading through the original codex.
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night.
Date Crude Nessie, thank you for the chat. Hold on. Eh? Oh, did I type it in wrong? There we go. No bots in my stream, sir. Or ma'am, or whatever you are.
she'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
But why? Why would she do that?
Our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
Is there
About
proof?
that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself.
The guilty gâteau? Is there traces of lumeline? Wah!
Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this.
Is it really that bad? I made sure to taste test it before it was served.
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
Monica? It was you! I knew it.
Sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
Especially since Savannah downed herself.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time.
Food safety? Wait, you mean the lumeline incident? So you procured the contaminated ingredients?
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with...
This is crazy. So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't?
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier finding out that I put her in jail, it made me freeze up with fear.
That's natural.
I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Man, I'm really bad at helping people out. Aether's just chilling, bro.
Seriously? All this fuss over a little slip-up?
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only factor, so you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras.
You mean... you forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes.
She says, no, I'm not forgiving you.
Manage them to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood?
Alright, I like Escoffier.
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items.
You mean Gâteau de Boer?
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seems subtly different from how it used to be. But the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. But something's always slightly off every time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier left.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
She thought the codex from Escoffier was a fake.
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade.
Oh, for goodness sake. What a stupid idea.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex, only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different?
Because it's a different person.
She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one of those times.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own.
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm?
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Oh, get your hands on the codex, no matter what it takes.
Take this.
Wow.
It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
So you let the Lumiline into the kitchen.
All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem.
Wow. Wow, this is actually a story with a bunch of depth. Wow.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update Firma on his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Sure, let's go.
That was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
Yeah, speaking of sweet treats, I need to eat my birthday cake. It's like a week old. It was a big cake. My mom got me a big cake.
Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
Wow, she did that on purpose. What is it, Escoffier?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose?
Little, I guess.
Every year, they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job is to lead the flock.
Like every other bird that migrates, right?
Poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's a cut above the rest, a model of perfection. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its place. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at.
It's true.
But we humans completely miss that fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them.
Is this about you and Savannah?
I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believe that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness.
I don't know if you're right, but I think that's a great thing to believe in.
Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed, and come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways.
I don't know if you need to do that, Escoffier.
Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm gonna head to the Hotel de Boer and spend the night investigating. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Genius? Calling someone a genius is just another way of saying I'm too lazy to figure out how I need to improve. It's a defeatist attitude and I won't stand for it.
If you say so. I have my own opinions on that, but hey, whatever floats your boat, right? Alright, inside the hotel.
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Van isn't for a while.
I wanted to check on Escoffier.
Check on her? Why? What happened?
That happened.
Escoffier, are you alright?
Huh? This chick made all these cakes?
Fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me.
You really did pull an all-nighter then.
Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all?
Let me get you a fresh one.
Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
And she falls asleep.
Cooking facilities here, or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
What do you mean hurry? I'll take my dang time doing this. I'd like to see the menu. Fanta? Oh shoot, yeah, there's Fanta. What? Where's the coffee? Oh, probably not here. Leon! Ugh, see you. Go to the Cafe Lutece to buy coffee, optional. Submit a dish containing coffee beans, optional. Oh! I'm gonna go to the coffee place. Gonna go to the coffee place. Just like back in the day, before Natlin was even a nation on the map of Teyvat. I remember going to this cafe and constantly making coffee. There's like different combinations you could make. Hey man, it's actually been a while since I've been to your coffee shop area.
Hello, what can I get for you?
Oh, he has a voice. I need coffee, stat.
Sure thing. We're here to go.
To go, please.
Huh? Oh, I see. First cup of the season. Yeah, I get it. Young people these days do love their little surprises.
Not convinced we're on the same page here, but I'm not here to chat. Let's get this coffee to Escoffier. What is this man assuming? I'm trying to get it on with some chick with coffee? Is that what the... Aruet, are you actually thinking I'm trying to get it on with Escoffier with a cup of coffee? Just imagine someone rizzing someone up with a cup of coffee. It's like, you're my wake-up liquid. Oh, that was bad. You're my wake-up liquid. Risen people up with coffee, I guess. If you drink this.
Coffee. Need coffee.
I'm just gonna give you this. I didn't know I had stuff that had coffee in it. Heck if I know.
I smell coffee. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
How goes the investigation?
I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Wait, what investigation? What are you guys talking about?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small, I can't believe it's caused so much drama.
And yet, look at this kitchen.
Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Oh!
No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing. So, I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her, only to find an empty house with the doors wide open. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hotel de Bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be?
Boss, Escoffier, bad news.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house.
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean?
Wait a second. This feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures.
The founder of the Hotel de Bord?
I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details?
The Codex de Bord? Then, this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gâteau de Bord?
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Geez, Savannah. Anything to overcome a Gâteau plateau, huh?
Okay, that was pretty clever, but I don't think that's the case, Paimon.
Idiot! Does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old.
Hold on. There's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters.
Letter of unknown origin. A letter received several months ago. It was you. You let the Lumiline through, didn't you? I know you were responsible for purchasing the problematic ingredient that day. What would your good friend think, I wonder, if she learned that she suffered on account of your negligence? What would the people in the hotel think? So, I imagine you'd like to keep this a secret from Escoffier, wouldn't you, head chef Savannah? A letter received several weeks ago. Retrieve the real codex by any means necessary. That's where the real treasure can be found. And you gave it away like a fool. Well then, you're going to get it back, whether in a bet or by force. It doesn't matter. Oh, I know. Don't you have that cooking showdown of yours? And if you don't think you can win, why, you simply need to have your opponent lose. I imagine that assistant of yours might come in handy in that regard. A letter received not long ago. What are you dawdling for? She was the one who concealed the secret recipe in the first place. Why else do you think you've never been able to recreate her work? She's afraid that you'll outshine her. What do you imagine everyone says about you, both within and beyond the hotel walls? Ordinary, they call you. Untalented, a hack, a failure who will never surpass Escoffier. And you know whose fault that is? That's right, it's hers. She's no saint, never has been, so why hesitate?
It was you. You let the Lumiline through, didn't you? It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident? And not Monica after all?
And is Monica the person that's in, that's the lesser mind?
Necessary. So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind her pulling the strings?
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
Ugh, this is all such a mess. Paimon needs a second to process this. First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat?
So, did Savannah blackmail Monica? Or is it the other way around? Meanwhile, somewhere deep beneath the sea...
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put two and two together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety incident. The demand for a cooking contest. The instruction to blackmail Monica. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it, Monica?
Oh, so she was the true culprit. Ah, so my initial instincts of Monica was, right, I think. I assumed it was her. Oh, I thought I was standing on the water.
Getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Woo!
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake.
You really
When
take
I
the cake.
find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
What do you mean? Savannah is okay. It's Monica. Oh, is this it? Oh, this is where it is, huh? Wait, I can break this whole thing, can I? Aha! A xenochromatic thing, right? Oh, it's an Spring of First Dewdrop. I've never gotten that item before. Is there like a xenochromatic like thing? Xenochromatic crab? Well, it looks like something I could break. Whatever, we're here. Realm of Feasts for long forgotten. According to the notes left by Modest, this was where Remurian foreign legionaries once drank and made merry, but the spirits have vanished into whispers on the wind, and a veil of dust sleeps over every glass. I have none of the attributes required for this. Decides to go in with team. I need to eat my chocolate cake. I don't know how long it's going to be good for. I've had it for like over a week now. Ice Frosted Endgame, go further in. So this is where the Remurians, like, would feast? Interesting. Pretty cool place, though. Look at the fishies! For a dining hall, it looks pretty cool.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
I think Modest's codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remoria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drink.
Blubber beasts!
Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? How did they get here?
Oh, they're like, oh!
Aw, they ran off!
Guess they're not used to seeing humans.
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Well, did Modest mention it in his adventure logs by any chance? They must have gotten through somehow.
Good point. Yes, that's right. It's coming back to me now.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us.
We have to feed the blubber beasts? With what? There's nothing here besides rocks, romaritime flowers, and lumitoile. See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them. Now we have to head all the way back to shore and grab some.
Paimon, but
There's no time for that. Romaritime flowers and lumitoile will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but who knows? They could be blubber beast delicacies.
exactly.
Wait, we're seriously gonna try this?
Paimon! Like how dogs eat dog food, humans eat human food. Oh. Oh.
Off to the freezer.
Okay, let's balance flavors. Let's see. If I do 5, There. Hooray!
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Trust me, they'll love it.
More pertinently, how do we actually feed it to them?
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how long they'll be gone.
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. Oh, what was it that Modeste said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current.
Oh, I see. Or I can just, beat them up. Hmm? Oh, don't deliver the food. Rotate. Let's see. Oh, God. That food is going places.
Wow, it's really singing! This tastes better than Paimon thought!
Yay! Ugh. Oh, we have to make it again? Gotcha. Okay.
The tracks turned back again. Oh, so annoying.
Oh, interesting. That's 6, so... All about balancing flavors, baby. Ooh, boy. This is like a whole IQ thing. Go! Go, food, go! Before it goes back to the original course. Go, food, go! Oh, don't! The food was about to take me. Oh.
Hey, it's open!
Oh, no way. I couldn't have known Escoffier. There's a chest. Oh! Woo! Some time ago.
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one you just drank out of?
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's finally paying off. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog. Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives. Did you not hear me? Get going.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have...
Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffier. That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret recipes from you just to hold you back.
It was the only excuse you needed to justify getting back at her. First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. He offered Modeste his friendship only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together.
Wait, you're Modeste's ancestor?
So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right?
I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be.
Technically you are. You kinda did everything.
Lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realized that Escoffier never kept any secrets from you? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right to redemption.
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both our water bottles.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback!
Wow.
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You.
What's so funny?
Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh water.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold,
What?
you know?
We're watching, like,
Really?
2D
Your
chess!
half-baked plot would fool me?
Savannah got played! It's checkmate! Dang!
You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too. A complete waste of space. No wonder you never amounted to anything.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now, I failed again. For the last time.
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But now the show's over. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But you had your chance, and now it's time to say goodbye.
Stop right there!
Stab.
Let her go, Monica! We've got you surrounded!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't!
Stay back if you want her alive! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe?
A recipe? You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs. Well, some of us actually have bigger fish to fry. Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his Gâteau de Bourg. And it's right here in these ruins.
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad!
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands, and they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a groundbreaking drug. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui.
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
She planted bombs?
What's that sound?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Seems like she escaped in the commotion.
Uh-oh. Savannah's gone too.
I mean, she's a
They
hostage.
must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
Well, there is one piece of good news.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route.
Oh, we'll find one. Maybe I'll get Marissa to, like, stampede her way through those ruins. My eye. Ugh. Ugh.
The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
Oh! I have a vision! Ooh! Xenochromatic jellyfish. Oh, whoop, my bad. Whoa! It's a whole ecosystem down here! Oh!
They were probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Night Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Heyo! Who needs a Claymore user when you have Verissa? Huh? Barely legible engraving. Following the exalted Harmost order and in accordance with her Sebastos' most sacred, most benevolent temper, we establish Hira as condolences for the naturalized barbarian soldiers, savages that may have been, but they were also warriors. With this secret treasure granted graciously, the warriors' bodily desires are satisfied, and they may fight on with the 100-fold bravery. What the? This place is like a burial ground? I know I did do the world quest with the Remarian stuff, so.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
Oh, there's just two blubber beasts just chilling. You place the ingredients you collected on the table. Okay, I need fruit. Alright, can I get a 2? Oh, she uses her tail! Oh, that's cute. I just realized that. 3. I literally just... whatever. 3, 3, 4. Okay. Ugh. Well, that's lame. 6, 5. Ugh. 3. 1. 6. All right. Let me see how I can handle this. It's 4, 5. There we go. That's the first one. Oh my gosh, I have to do it 2 more times. Alright, so this one's easy. We shall deliver you. Go to the blubber beast. Anything in here?
It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
Well, they are blubber beasts after all. Oh, I can't dive in here? Interesting. Okay. Okay, we gotta make some more. 3. Alright. There's a 4. There's a 2. 5. Okay. Got a 5. Got another 5. Got a 2. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So I can do 5. Oh, I did it. Hooray. Oh boy. Do that. Okay, there we go. Go! Go! Go, 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 go! 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 Oh, it's not Aqua Rail? What? Why did the Aqua Rail go back? Roll the head! There we go. Now, don't rotate Aqua Rails. Okay, real talk though, whose idea was it to do this weird system of unlocking stuff? Like, was this like... There's this fellow... No! You guys are cheaters! How dare you! You know how annoying it is to balance flavors? Evil armored crabs! What is that? What was the quote again? Oh yeah, it's like... Stop! You violated the law. Pay the court to fine us. Serve your sentence. Your life is now forfeit. Now pay with your lives! Or something like that. Attacks the food with a ferocity that puts Paimon to shame? Jeez.
You could process Lumitrol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down.
Who knows, maybe you'll become a veterinarian in your spare time.
Maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
I bet it would.
That's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
Both, Paimon. Both. Are we at the end of the road here? Oh, there's stuff over here? No. Okay. Man, I wonder what this place looked like back in its prime. It'd be really cool to see what this place looked like back then. Whoa, it's a study.
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
They don't look that worn either.
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date.
Let's rummage around.
Oh, you really think so?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen.
Well, I'm a pro at least. Dang.
Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests.
And bingo, found it.
Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills.
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as a genius. While I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sake? Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient, the birthplace of Gateau de Boer.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
Let's keep reading.
The taste of Gateau de Boer has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience, but in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely.
Oh.
In hindsight, it made perfect sense.
It's like the God tongue from Food Wars.
Why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. We were just too late. Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gateau de Boer, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass.
Aww.
I will do what I must to protect his name.
What a good friend. Oh.
It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise. But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
Oh no, we've got to stop Monica.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now?
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do.
She doesn't know that the treasure doesn't exist anymore because Modeste ate it all. That's silly. The barbarians who take the are gradually losing part of there is no cause for worry. The desire to break free from forms of flesh and blood is also the first step to guiding them toward accepting civilization. Barely legible engraving. Huh? Hey, Monica! I know you want to find the treasure. Like, I know you really do. But, let's talk about it. I don't think you'll like the news. Oh. Oh,
Treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations. But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place. But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine!
Does she?
It's empty. It's empty?
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Escoffier? What's the deal with that jar?
Savelli's final act! He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again.
Oh, we put a fake!
He came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning. All that for an empty jar.
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Uh-oh.
Praise be to Lord Remus. You barbarian shall be slain.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else. Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out!
Man, Lord Remus, guys, you know that Lord Remus ain't around anymore. Just throwing it out there.
Why is this place still shaking?
Maybe it's because of the fighting?
Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Traveler. Escoffier, come on!
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you. I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
Savannah? When did you wake up?
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Hey, we need to go.
Traveler? Okay, let's go!
Oh. Oh. Oh, that left a sour taste in my mouth. I mean, I know that Monica deserved it, but like... that left a sour taste in my mouth.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Traveler! And Paimon!
Venegem! What are you all doing here?
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres? While the Traveler and Escoffier were out here risking their lives?
We had to do something. Even though that something ended up being, well, waiting for you here instead.
I don't deserve any of you. And I certainly don't deserve to be your head chef. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. And now I almost got myself killed. Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation. What was it you said again?
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not nearly as awful a chef as you think. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left. And Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong and do our best to improve. That's all that's humanly possible.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Firmin and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable.
Well, about that, there's someone else here to see you, Chef.
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Firmin? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse, but I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumiline the whole time.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional. Whether that means more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time.
You're already sounding a lot more confident.
Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe that Firmin was likely not Monica's only victim.
You mean she poisoned me too?
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time!
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my Gâteau de Bourg never tastes the same as yours? Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a genius and I'm not?
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
Is that it?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them.
That's a big assumption.
I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong, and then you pinpoint the problem in just one night? It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius, and I'm just plain old Savannah.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think. I came up with this recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back to front and upside down. And you've been head chef now for what? 6 months?
6 months? That's how long you were in the Fortress of Barrowpeed?
And you're gonna throw in the
I thought it was longer than that.
Where you'll never be successful because you're not a genius. You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt. Or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was satisfied with. Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes. Learn from them and then keep chipping away until you crack the problem once and for all. Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do.
That's our head chef. Haha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bord kitchen anytime soon. Huzzah!
Aw, what a perfect ending to a crazy journey. Look how happy everyone is.
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you.
Aw, friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Yeah, it's nice.
Good. So now that's out of the way.
Uh-oh.
It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
But that was mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her mojo back, and you barely escaped from a death trap.
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between 2 top chefs, and nothing will stand in its way. So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today. Right now, this instant.
Hey, so, this whole time you were salty about losing?
The second cooking contest commences now!
Oh, shoot.
This time, no more games, and no holding back.
Man, I swear the animations are getting better and better. Renaud. Bro, Food Wars. It's Food Wars.
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now.
Not with that
And
attitude.
If you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like.
Just put the dish on the table!
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
Wow. They just had to do that, didn't they?
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Quite rightly, too. Piece of cake.
Her tail seems very happy with the results.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost.
This wasn't for you, was it?
Now, where were we? Yes. Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened?
What are your future plans?
I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course. But the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue. And in her, I saw so many...
Oh my gosh! Xiangling, really?
She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli.
Oh my gosh. I was like, Xiangling, and it comes full circle.
Off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook.
Escoffier, is it too late to say that, like, Aether and Paimon, like, know Xiangling? $10, they both know who she's talking about.
Remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
What? Paimon didn't notice at all.
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Well, I'm always down to be your taste tester. That's what he said.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research. Make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Boer, revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember, feedback is always welcome.
All right! So, do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Boer?
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanishem that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
Good luck to Savannah, I guess.
You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remoria. Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Boer. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary. Then went to all that trouble to infiltrate the Hotel de Boer. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
She sold her soul for a dream, then had a rude awakening.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitoiles, better known to us as Lumiline.
Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the early days of Gâteau de Boer?
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy.
Wow, actual history lesson here.
It's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Sibeli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk. Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
Yes, Paimon. Poor, poor Monica.
Hey!
Huh? Navia?
You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Remoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an absolute fortune.
Wait, isn't that the jar they used to hold the treasure?
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. Ugh, it's such a shame.
That's just rubbing it into Monaco. Wait, hold on. Pause. Let's think about this. They did a special issue. That means a team went into the ruins to check out the old Remurian ruins. So if they did that, does that mean that Monica's still alive? Because, like, Navia just, like, said, special issue, they found this amazing jar, which is in pieces. Something tells me Monica could be alive, and that's just me giving the benefit of the doubt. Because if they went down there, obviously, like, Monica was next to, like, the broken jar, so obviously they probably saw them. I don't know. Yay! Whirling Waltz. Oh, an overnight fantasy? I didn't mean to do that. Alright, time to do the limited time event that, like, is here. Oh shoot, I need to do my... I need to have cake. I need to have... Oh my gosh.
Stand over there. Want to grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no way they let their readers down. Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be... Kaniche?
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Oh, she doesn't have a voice. Hold up. This one's a gem. Illegal restaurant caught serving saurian stew. Proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Ah, got it. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
My oh my. That can't be for real. Ugh, fine. I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
Huh? What? Did Paimon hear that right? Neuvillette was stabbed and gravely wounded? No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
If it is, we're all toast. Uh-huh. I thought I heard familiar voices. Well, if it isn't Godfrey and Paimon. What a coincidence! Mr. Kaniche and I were talking about you two just a few minutes ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. So, anything you want to share with me about the great Godfrey's triumphant exploits in Netland? It was a team effort. Modest as ever. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock. What the heck was all that about a saurian meat restaurant and the Udex getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Oh, that? We were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side to Fontaine, Mr. Kaniche. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who've still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article, although the misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. But others, like the one we just were reading it aloud, have no qualms about making outright fabrications.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
That's pretty lenient of you, Mr. Kaniche.
Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to
wait,
give credit
is
to
Kahul Ahau afraid of the
a
mechas?
grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in that land. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
And, if you're wondering why the Udex didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge right from the offset. It's not as if the Palais Mormonia only has one judge. We can't expect Monsieur Neuvillette to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smooth, and it was all thanks to Mr. Kenichi's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kenich.
Phew! It was all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end. Maybe not, but it'd be an even better world for me if Mr. Kenichi here would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Drat! You saw right through me! Guess I'll put it down to the keen instincts of a renowned Saurian hunter. Any response to that, or...?
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Kenich the speechless! Kenich the tongue-tied! Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again. Of course, that's a brilliant idea, but that also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anyway, I should probably be getting back to work. I also need to go track down a gestionnaire and report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That how thing that popped out before, or was it a how? It kind of looked like a how, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a how.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Maybe he's not acclimatizing very well to Fontaine?
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor Almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Oh, I get it now.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kenich holds onto a how's tail, he'll be considered an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying Almighty Dragon Lord.
That's right.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a how wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure, seeing a how angry always makes my day.
I know where it is, so let me lead the way.
An Overnight Fantasyland Whirling Waltz Act 1. Whoa! I am not doing that. I'm going to do my dailies and I'm going to call it. I have played enough Genshin for today. I have. I also need to eat the cake. If I don't eat the cake soon, like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be mold popping up on it. Like, on my cake. Because I've had it for over a week now. Hey, Ziching! How you doing, buddy? Okay. Between 6 and 8. Got it. Man, it's really sad to see that, you know, Charlotte doesn't have a voice. Wah. Oh, whoops. Are you serious? Darn it. I arrived literally about like 30 minutes past 8. Gosh dang it. I do appreciate how they're doing stuff like they're doing things like in other nations, like revisiting other nations. Like they're going back to Fontaine, which is really nice. I still think it's funny, the fact that, like, Escoffier is like, I learned about an amazing chef in Liyue. Her name is Zhang Ling. Oh, well, Escoffier, do I have some news to tell you? Small world, am I right?
Rise with the sun.
Whoop.
Light of the blazing sun.
Whoop. Okay, so there's that. Ooh, increasing danger. Oh, and then I need to, what is it? Woo! I need to use up my resin, that's right. Alright, cool. I wasted an elemental burst, but whatever. Actually, let's see. Do I? I don't have enough. Okay. I was like, do I have enough to do a 10 pull? I clearly do not. Whew. Cloud soaring Surians. Last daily. Woo! Oh, we're not done yet. Woo! Ooh. All victory and glory belongs to the Pyron Archon? Yeah, Natlin, obviously.
Add asterisk. Thank you for Add asterisk.
Alright, let's see. 200 out of 200. Nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you, Agimo. I don't know. Okay. It is still the Friday. It is still the Fridays. Weapons. Yes. I will do this. Because all the other materials I can just like I can get just from the overworld. It's crazy. It's in a domain in Mondstadt. Completely forget. Let's go! I'll just have to do this like, what is it, 10 times? Yeah, I have to do this place 10 times. Gotta be really quick too. Whoa! Hello. Woo! Oh, I made some of those. There's a thing you could make, and I accidentally made some resin, like in the crafting tip bench, I think in the last stream. Yo! Wait. That's why my resin was at 0 that one time. It's because I made that thing. Oh. What is this? Dazzling mysterious gift. A glittering crystal ball adorned with star-shaped gems was bestowed as a reward for passing the Hexen Zirkel's trial. According to the one who presented it, it is not something that an ordinary person can master. For now, the crystal ball lies dormant, as though it were waiting for its perfect time to shine. Okay. Here's the thing. That's a condensed resin. You can hold no more than 5 at a time. Condensed tree resin that can be used instead of original resin to revitalize petrified trees and ley line blossoms to receive greater rewards. Crystal filled with immense energy, the silver-white ermine-souled trees and blossoms are connected to ley lines that have become blocked over time. The energy contained in tree resin can purify the obstructing substance. Cake for Traveler, a gift given to a very special someone on a very special day. Here's to you who listens to the song of the ocean tides with a tranquil heart, wishing you a joyous journey in the great big world. Yay! Oh, I got fragile resin. Oh, that's pretty dope. Oh, whoops. Easy. Oh, that's right. There's an event in Action Time that I need to do. I might just do that later today. Teabag, get out. I know Sunday's coming up, but might as well use everything I have now. That does a lot of damage. Got 40 resin left. Did I just see something glitch on the screen? What the heck? Man, I have not had to use Shenyun this entire time. Wait, how do I use my condensed resin? Oh, maybe I need to use it in the menu? Destroy? You can hold on no more than 5 at a time. Condensed resin, tree resin that can be used instead of original resin to revitalize petrified trees and leyline blossoms to receive greater rewards. Okay. How do I use it? I have 5 of them. Maybe it's like the whole like astral power thing in Honkai Star Rail. Heck if I know. Just play the game. One more time and then I'll see if I can use condensed resin. Too strong? You're like got him good. Oh, I see it. I saw an X thing. I don't know if it's approved or something. Whatever. We'll do this. We'll see what happens. I've never used condensed resin before. I no. Wait, yes? Maybe I have. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Condensed resin? Use condensed resin. Ah, okay. So I have like 4 more tries. Gotcha. Dang, pwned. I used my Primo Gems! I did not mean to use my Primo Gems. My muscle memory did that. I wasted Primo Gems that I'm trying to save to pull for another 10 pull for Escoffier. Oh, that aggravates me, the fact that I did not pay attention. It is entirely my fault, but it still doesn't change the fact that I just made things infinitely harder for myself to get Escoffier. Alright, I do need you. I need you to help heal the party, Shinyan. I am quite upset about that. I don't know how much Primo Gems I used, but using any amount just is bad in general for me. Okay, next time, I have to remember to hit X. I do not want to be doing this domain too long, especially even digging into my Primo Gem. How much did I lose? Ugh, that's annoying. There we go. I made sure to hit X this time. So, this domain 3 more times. I can do this. 3 more times! Two more times. I can do this. I can do this. Just 2 more times. Just 2 more times. There we go. One more time, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there, and then I can just call it a stream. We did it! Yes! Done! I don't have any more condensed resin, I have no more fragile resin, I don't have any more original resin, I'm done. Ugh. Okay. I am done. I have done my due diligence. I am done. Alright. Guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. Yeah, that was a fun little story quest. we did start the limited time event. I think later today I'll be streaming Action Time in the near future Shinobi battles because there is a limited time event that ends on May 12th, so I want to tackle that. So I'll probably put the Genshin stuff on hold and focus on Action Time in. So yeah. And with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for this stream. And before I end, please consider supporting my friend Taylor as she finishes up her child custody case where she ultimately won. So she's going to have custody of the child, but she has to provide the lawyers with $1,800. She has to settle the case, get it over and done with, and then they can go about, then my friend Taylor can go about her life with her daughter. So good stuff. But if you can support, please do. Just type the GoFundMe link into your web browser to help out. With that being said, have a good morning, guys. I'll see you later today. Peace.